Hey guys, welcome to this For Whoever reading. If you're drawn in by the title of this reading, then it might be all that more important and meant for you. If not, just take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's dive in and see what messages come out. Messages for whoever needs to receive this message, please. All right, we have abundance, windfall, gifts, celebration, promotion, opportunity, and successful ventures. So you may be entering into a really abundantly lucky time. Maybe you've had, a few, hiccups here and there in the road on the way. Maybe you've applied for a new job. Maybe, you've been waiting for that raise, and now it's finally going to come through for you. So it looks like things are taking a positive turn in your direction. Let's take a look and see what else comes out here. All right, we have influence. All right, so this may be that you're in a new position. Maybe you got a raise and you got a promotion at the same time. So this may be that you're now entering into a position where maybe you have more influence over others. Maybe you're overseeing a group of people that you are now in charge of, and you're heading, this new kind of endeavor in work. And so it's just kind of not only paying you more, but has a little more responsibility in it. And in that responsibility, you're of great influence to others. This could also be indicative of someone that might be in a sphere of influence to other people. Maybe you have a platform, social media, presence. It might be something that's just saying, hey, you know what? All that hard work that you've put in and putting something out there into the world is now about to pay off. Let's keep going and see what this is. All right, I have new opportunities. Again, this kind of falls in line with exactly what I was saying. This might be that you may even have new collaborative efforts and energies coming in. You might be getting new opportunities where you've been putting your resume out there and attempting to make a significant change in career, where maybe you can kind of level up, maybe get a higher rate of pay now that you have more experience. Maybe you just graduated college and you now have your new degree in hand. And so you're hoping for, new opportunities to open up and seeing what's out there. And maybe things are finally starting to kind of trickle in for you. And if they haven't started already, then they soon will. Okay, I have healing with nature. Your soul yearns to be outside in nature around the healing waters, flowers, and trees. Okay, so this might be that maybe you've just been inside a little too long. Maybe you have been hard at work, kind of, working hard, working long hours, putting in for that promotion and hoping you'll get it. So that way you're kind of putting in the time and energy so that you get noticed, and showing that, you're really serious about this. Maybe you have been pursuing a new degree or certificate and you've been, doing that on top of working. And so you just really haven't found much time to kind of get out and just relax a little bit. And so this is just kind of saying, hey, you might do some good to get some fresh air, get outside, get the sun on your face, maybe take a walk, and just kind of relax a little bit because you clearly have, been working really hard and it's showing. So maybe take a little bit of a break here. Let's take a look at the recent past for you. Recent past. We have the Eight of Wands. Okay. So yeah, I mean, this is telling me this is a really fast moving energy. This can be messages coming in. Maybe again, you've put that resume out there and have been doing so for some time. And finally, things are really picking up. And so you might be receiving a lot of messages in return in response to that resume getting out there. Or maybe, like I said, you started that platform and the energies are starting to pick up. Maybe you're starting to really gain momentum in that following. Maybe you're finding people that are really resonating with what you're offering and putting out there. And so it looks like things are really moving in a really positive direction for you and coming in quite quickly at that. Let's look at the present energies, please, for you. Present energies. All right, we have, oops, sorry about that. I almost dropped it. I have the Ten of Pentacles coming out here in your present energy. So this is feeling really good about where you're at. Maybe you have been, working away at this career, or maybe you started a new business and now it's really starting to pay off. Maybe you're really starting to see, things progress. Maybe for a time there, it was just kind of like, just work, 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 step after step, and really doing that due diligence to build this. But now it looks like it's really paying off, and it looks like something that might be, something that will play out solidly for you for some time now. It looks very promising to you if you're looking to leave a legacy behind, a retirement or something for your family. It looks like, you're really in this place where things are solid and you're now maybe even just kind of able to put some money away finally and maybe take a little time off and relax a little bit now that you've put in all that time and energy. Let's keep going here. Take a look at the near future, please. Near future. Near future, please. You might even have people contacting you that now, kind of want to ride on your train. They want to, get involved, want to be seen, want to see what you're up to. Maybe you have new people that want to collaborate with you. Maybe they see what you have to offer and they're kind of like, wow, I'm doing the same thing. Let's work together. Let's lift each other up and see where this really goes. Okay. So here in the near future, I have the King of Wands energy, and this is just kind of really gaining that momentum. This is, the King of Wands is an entrepreneur. So this tells me that you're really in this energy of, this fiery, excited, ambitious energy. And so it's no wonder that these things are playing out and these new opportunities are coming in. Looks like, things are picking up speed and you're just kind of confidently putting yourself out there. So again, no wonder things are starting to play out positively for you. So you can take note in seeing that, all of that hard work that you're putting in is paying off. You are being seen, you are being noticed and recognized for what you're doing. And just to kind of keep up that entrepreneurial spirit of yours, keep that fire going and keep moving toward your goals and dreams here. Here I have in the overall energy, the Eight of Cups. So you may have had to walk away from something or other things that maybe weren't in alignment with where it is you want to go. Maybe you have goals, like I said, with, this career. Maybe you wanted to start a new business, or maybe you want to move, across country. And so this means that you have to sacrifice some things in order to start with something new. You have to take some risks. And in order to take those risks, you have to, leave some things behind. Maybe these things weren't necessarily bad. Maybe they weren't good. Maybe some were sad, but it really, shows me that you're needing to kind of like understand that what you've had to leave behind has been for your benefit. It has been conducive to your success at this time. And so just take heart knowing that, what you've had to leave behind was meant to be left behind so that you can move into this new fulfilling energy. Okay. Let's take a look at some advice. Advice, please. Get some advice for you regarding this situation. Advice, please. All right. We have the Knight of Swords. So the advice here is to just kind of take that action. Take whatever action you need to take in a way that you need to take. So this is kind of taking that quick action. This is being very decisive. The Knight of Swords really knows where he's going. He's on a mission. And so he's very, very clear-minded on what he wants, where he's going, what the cause is, and what he believes in. And he's ready and willing to take not only action on it, but swift and quick action. So when those opportunities present themselves, it looks like you're really in a position to take action. And so this is kind of advising you to say, hey, when those things arise, they're in alignment with what you want and they'll move you forward. Be willing to take that action in that moment and do what needs to be done. Okay. Don't hesitate. Don't resist, and kind of just act. You kind of already know what you're doing. You already know what you're looking for. And so this is saying, take that, fearless action. Let's look at what's hidden in this situation. Something that maybe you're not seeing that might help you find clarity in it. What's hidden, please? All right, I have the Six of Wands here. So this is telling me that what's playing out in the background is that you really are being recognized for how far you've come. Whatever efforts you're doing, whatever you're putting at play here is that you're being recognized. Whatever you've had to leave behind or sacrifice in order to get here has been well worth it, and you're being noticed for that. This again comes under that influence card. So again, this tells me that you might be a person of influence of some kind. You might be on the stage. You might be, like I said, in social media, you might have a platform of some kind, or maybe you're just truly being recognized by others for the energy that you have, the efforts you put forth, and what you have to offer in a new career, or like I said, being in a higher position. So this is getting that recognition that you deserve. Okay, let's take a look at what you don't see coming in the next week or two. What don't they see coming in the next week or two, please? What don't they see coming? All right, I have the Lovers card coming out. And so what you don't see coming in the next week or two is there might be some significant relationships that might be key. You might hear with the Six of Cups, have, maybe someone coming back from the past. And this doesn't necessarily have to be romantically related. This could be, and this could be an old, flame that you've had. Maybe things didn't work out. The timing just wasn't right. Maybe you were career focused and you just really didn't have time to invest in a new relationship. Either way, this is saying that what you don't see coming is that, you're going to have some significant relationships coming into play. And so this can be, relationships that could even do with business. This can be friendships, personal relationships. It could be collaborations. It could be, all of these things that are coming to play for you. So really be open to this. Really make decisions that are, aligned with where you want to go. When you've come out of an energy of the Eight of Cups of leaving things that just were not emotionally fulfilling anymore, even if they weren't bad, it means that you're in a place to make better decisions on what you do want. So this is saying get really into that heart space and make sure that the decisions that you're making are very, very heart-centered, heart-based, and going in the direction that is in alignment with where you see yourself heading. You have hopes and dreams and goals, and so you need to make sure that you're also surrounding yourself with people that are kind of in that same energy that will be, able to help inspire you and uplift you and encourage you into reaching those goals and those new, things that you want to reach. And so looks like there's going to be some people that might be coming into your life and decisions that need to be made in regards to who's in alignment and who's not, so that you can kind of move in this, fast forward moving energy. But things look really, really positive for you. So congratulations on all the hard work that you've done. You're being recognized for all of your efforts. And so things are looking really good for you. So congratulations once again. I hope you found this reading to be helpful. And until I see you again, take care.